everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Shadow of Mordor. So, we're about to start a riot and hopefully, take out this guy. We have on our side one of his bodyguards that we'll want to activate when he gets nearby. And hopefully our bodyguards will be around for this guy too, and they'll help out too. So this could be a 4 against 2 fight with his one bodyguard I didn't bother to dominate. And if we succeed, we'll have all 5 of these done and ready to go. So let's do it and see if it works. This may be the end of the story playing. You have commanded the war chief to challenge one of his rivals. He has brought his followers to the fight. The result is a riot. Whoever flees or dies first is declared the loser. The winner will increase in power. So the riot itself isn't our goal. Our goal is to kill the guy. I think he has a fear of Caragors.
Good! Rounded you all up to kill at once, I did! War chief, eh? Lot of mess this'll be.
Let's quickly go back and look at his info. Fear of Graugs, damaged by explosions, damaged by combat finishers. Here we go.
Hear my will!
Now, that guy's working for me. Let's go ahead and leave this guy alone. If we eliminate his followers, so we've got like 4 guys here taking on one guy. This is the only bodyguard that's not on my side, so riot has been resolved. Is he fleeing? No, you don't.
I'm not staying around for this! Another day!
One of my guys just died. No, you don't. Well, the audio's gone out. Let's see. He's not going down quite yet. He's dead. So now he's promoted to war chief. Congratulations, objective complete. They're all war chiefs. Is that an epic? 15% chance to ignite enemies. So these guys are all set. We have dominated everybody. Now the question is, where's our final mission? Lord of Mordor, your forces await your command. The time has come to launch your assault against the Black Hand. Yep, that's what we're gonna do, I guess. So it's a little weird that you wouldn't be able to finish the job and finish this game at all if you somehow ran into trouble branding these guys. I could understand it. It seems a little difficult.
Did I
but I was able to do it, so we can wrap this up and see what the DLC is. Hopefully the DLC doesn't turn into another, like, 10 hours of, um, 10 hours of doing the same thing, because if that's the case, I may just rage quit the DLC and not even bother playing much of it at all. Your forces await your command. The time has come to launch your assault against the Black Hand. Alright. No warning here that that'll end the game or anything.
We wish to thank you for coming to our aid, Captain.
Aye.
Shaky
I
camera.
realised my smuggling could be so appreciated by the Queen. Lady.
They're here.
Orcs. They make bad passengers. But I've carried worse. Lady. Keep that flank level.
And shaky camera. Bad cinematography.
Queen Low. It's good to see you in better health.
The boats are ready.
She drastically improved her appearance.
Skippers have been briefed on your destination.
Good.
How long will those orcs obey you?
Well, I should think as long as I like. I'm in your debt.
We owe you our lives, Tony.
Just put an end to this madness.
My lady.
Trying to hint at a love story here. No real way to feel emotionally invested in it myself, since so little communication interaction happened between the two characters. Now, if you look at the style of the orcs that were randomly made into war chiefs, probably not so randomly, it seems like there's only maybe 14 or 15 different styles with different names. Like Ratleg the Flesh Picker. Didn't I kill that guy already? Many times over? Is he the bodyguard to the Black Hand?
Beyond the dust is the man who walks with death, and his army of traitors. He has poisoned their minds and defies our Dark Lord.
Look how messed
Join
up
me
his
in
face is.
slaughter, brothers! Our destiny awaits!
Drown the air with Uruk cries and the earth with Uruk blood!
So, he was my nemesis. Invulnerable to stealth, invulnerable to ranged, monster slayer. Let's see if we can get rid of some of these guys. Here we go.
I hate you. I hate you for everything you've done to me. But you cannot finish me off. I will outlast you.
I suppose he is my nemesis because I fought him a lot or killed him a lot. Not really having a problem with them. It's been quite a long time since I've been in what I assume this is Mordor, where we were at the beginning of the game. If I don't even know if that was Mordor where we were at the beginning of the game.
You carry a dark spirit, but you are worthless talk, filth, grave walker.
Get him dead. No chance there to dominate him.
Your death
is the price for we are at the final reckoning. The fortress of the Black Hand.
Where are we? Oh, it's its own separate area. Alright. So let's just go. Find the Black Hand. Seems like there's nobody here. At all. Isn't there gonna be a little bit more of a fight here?
This is a trap. This silence taunts us.
Yeah, that's what I figured
What
too.
sorcery is at work here?
Sauron is gonna take control of all of my dominated characters, and that'll be the end of that. I cannot climb up that side of the wall. Nor can I climb up that side of the wall. This area feels very much like it was half finished. Ooh, a little guillotine. Why didn't they use more of that in the game? This area feels unfinished. There are a lot of elements missing from this game that makes it feel a little unfinished in itself. Like a story, like a potion system, like collectibles. Well, it does have collectibles that make sense though. They don't make any sense in this game. It's not RPG enough. That guy just turned his head. I swear that skeleton.
Soldiers gave you welcome.
Where are you? Show yourself! This is the work of the tower.
The Black Hand went looking for you. But it will give me great pleasure to take you myself.
So is it the tower that's gonna fight me or the Black Hand? And the tower, I think, is the name of one of the Ulrics, not an actual tower.
Bow to me. And I will deliver you to the Dark Lord, unspoiled.
We bow to no one.
The Dark Lord forgives you, Celebrimbor. Return to him and cast off this human corpse.
Stand up and fight.
There's no need, Ranger. Celebrimbor is your curse. He chose you.
Silence!
And he can release you at any time. Yes, that's all you are, Ranger. A vessel for the Ringmaker. As you wish.
What joy it is to fight such weakness, such pain, such a broken mind. Come to me, corpse.
What was I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to and stealth drain the Black Captain? Oh, okay, I see. I see what we're supposed to be doing here.
What do you still fight for? What you've become.
Come on. Let me get him.
You told me to fight.
Ah, I see now what we're doing. Again, you certainly have some trouble if you were never good at stealth training. Let me up these walls.
You have walked through the grave many times. I shall make you walk through the grave again and again. Until you know that it is your place to stay there. And never return.
How can I stealth drain this guy? Let's see. Stealth drain him again.
You think you could defeat the great evil? You could not even rid you.
You seek vengeance for us.
Is that it? One more. No, go to Lorth. What is Lorth? Oh, is that my wife? He's just messing with me, I think. Ah, it's like the beginning of the game. Let's stealth and train.
You will never see your family again.
Hold B. That's an interesting quick time event. I like it. Instead of having to tap like crazy, just hold the button down, which is way easier. I hate it when you have to tap like crazy. It kills my fingers. Almost as bad as this guy is killing him. Did he just leave a sword in there and pull a second sword out? I think he did. Another visual glitch?
You said we were cursed. You deceived me.
It was Sauron's doing. This was your doing!
I should have died with my family.
I thought you wanted revenge. I can't leave you. But there is only one way to close the circle. The Black Hand remains.
Not for long.
I don't even feel very betrayed here. I mean, it's not like they had a real relationship going. So now we load to the Black Hand. Will there be an actual fight here? Almost certainly. Because they do a stealth fight, then they do a regular fight. That's normally how games of this style try to integrate their gameplay mechanics into the ending. It's sort of anticlimactic, though. Climactic. Ah, we're back here. And fast travel is not available at this time. We're not even going back to the regular the place. It looks like.
Nome is in flames. We must return to Queen Marwen.
The Black Hand has been here. I can feel it.
Lothario.
So go this way. They're giving us, I guess, I suppose, an opportunity to run around and wrap up anything we would want to wrap up. Not that I'm gonna take that opportunity.
It's too cold, it's too wet, it's too dark.
Attention, starting this mission will take you through the end of your journey, but once you finish you'll be able to return to continue where you left off. Alright, fine. Good. You've returned to Num to discover that the Black Hand has been here before you.
I am not worth your vengeance, Father. Why do you fight it?
We will be together soon. Forever.
Is it Celebrimbor that's having him hear voices, or the Black Hand? What did the Black Hand want? Celebrimbor. What was their plan anyways? It seems like they had nothing.
But we took it from them.
So is that Golem actually there? Yeah, we already knew this. We already got this flashback. He makes the ring of power, the one ring for Sauron. And then he puts it on. And starts fighting Sauron? Wow. That's a bit of a twist.
It was mine to keep.
Be gone.
Sauron knows we're here.
Let's not keep him waiting.
Mount Doom erupts. We haven't seen Mount Doom on the map anywhere. Are all our friends gonna come to our aid? Or anything happen at all? So, but we know if this is supposed to be connected to the actual story of the Lord of the Rings, that Sauron gets the ring back from Celebrimbor eventually. And because we'd seen that it was on on Sauron's finger like 2,000 years ago.
I come for
Storm
you,
the Black
Lord
Gate.
of Gifts.
Oh, everybody is under my control. So
Feel the true power of the Grave Walker!
first talon of the hand. Interesting.
Bring light! Deathwalker! It was an honor to serve under the tower. I'll mount your head on the spikes of the Black Gate for what you did to him.
Hate of Caragors. Gets that guy pumped up. Go. Wow, those talons were easy enough to kill. He's down.
You're the one who tried to save the witch's fisher folk. But you turned your back, and we made him scream.
So we've killed one of the guys easily. How many of these talons? Let's see. These talons are not particularly as strong as the war chiefs, I guess. Just take these guys out. Wish I had quick draw. Oh, this is no good. B. Let's get back behind our own lines.
I've heard of you. I don't believe a word of it.
Oh, this guy just threw me down. Two dead. Now, where's the rest of them?
Fire mountain bring doom. Doom to all men.
So third talon now. Tried to combat brand them, didn't work. Third guy down.
What kind of flames are on his hands? Fight for me.
Let's see. Might as well pick these things up. And I guess I got all the talons.
This will finish as it started, with shadow and flame falling on the Black Gate. The hammer and the tower are dead. Sauron is still weak. Without the power of the One Ring or the Ringmaker, he cannot take form. He will be trapped within Mordor, no more than an eye of flame bound to his dark tower.
And at last I can die, and none will avenge me.
So here we go. Doesn't seem like any of my captains are coming with me. Hey, we can unlock an ability. What should we unlock? Critical strike 2, I guess. Still 5 tiers of stuff we could have gotten. All kinds of weapons and runes too. We could try to upgrade. Not that they're going to be any better than what I already have. No real motivation or reason to switch out once you have some of those epics, and I got some of those epics just for making a WB Play account, which is kind of ridiculous that you'd be super overpowered with at the beginning of the game just for giving your email to a company. Maybe I got some of the other epics for doing other things, but it didn't feel like it. It felt like I had like 3 epics. One for the sword, one for the dagger, and one for the bow before even starting the game. So their plan was to get Celebrimbor to bring back Sauron to bodily form.
I have a gift for you. Celebrimbor.
Celebrimbor. So what happened here? He's surrounded by orcs. There's Sauron. There's his family. He's fighting with the orcs, controlling them. I would assume. And he magically just had it fall off his finger and go onto his. I assume that was magic and not just random coincidence. Bloody. Definitely bloody.
The Dark Lord gave you a second chance to stand by his side. Now I give you no choice. We shall be sealed together in death. So be it. Return to me.
This is creepy. Oh, he's back. Oh, hit that A button. Wasn't really expecting this.
Strike now, Johnny! I cannot hold it for much longer!
Go, 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 go. X. Go, 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 go. B. This should have just been a cutscene. Tap that X button. That didn't make any sense why he would start going like the Bright Lord when he was in the other person.
Together soon. Forever.
The Black Hand of Sauron is dead. The Hither Shore is calling us.
Of course, he's gonna refuse to go.
Battle. I tried fighting him. It can't be done.
Could you really rest for all of eternity, knowing that you had the chance to stop him, but did nothing?
I expect him to say yes at this point. I know so little about Celebrimbor. The story has told us nothing about his character really, other than he's a liar. when it suits him.
The time has come for a new ring.
So the time has come for a new ring. They're gonna make a new ring. Alright. I guess that's something that you could go with as far as pushing the Lord of the Rings story forward. Make more rings. Why not make different things? Necklaces of power. Or, I don't know, hats of power. If it was hats of power, then it would become a Team Fortress 2 thing. Item, I'm sure. So, as far as the main story gameplay, the gameplay is good. They've polished it perfectly. It was pretty fun killing orcs for all this time, which feels now like it's been 25 plus hours of just killing orcs. Unfortunately, it's been 25 plus hours of just killing orcs. The side missions in which you save the outcast slaves, pretty much exactly the same, almost always. The hunting missions, we barely got a few of those. The open world hunting stuff doesn't make any sense. Why you would take that extra effort. The open world scavenging for specific plants makes no sense at all. It doesn't increase your health. If they were gonna have a scavenge, it should be something along the lines of you get increased health as you scavenge more plants that heal you. That would make sense. Instead, we have to find artifacts to get currency to then purchase health upgrades. None of which of those upgrades super felt impactful. They having more arrows, having more focus time, having more health, all certainly helped. Having more rune slots helped, but nothing felt awesome. The extra abilities, none of it felt awesome until we got to the branding, which if they had given us branding at the very beginning of the game, that would have been great. Now it feels very much like the real game starts here, and all these 25 hours or so, I'm guessing 25 hours of course, I don't know how long we've been playing. It feels like all of that was just prelude. We never went back to Mordor after doing everything there, so I would have sworn at some point we would have gone back there, and that would have been where we fought the Hand and the tower. The tower just came out of nowhere. I didn't even know we were going to end up fighting him. He felt very much added at the last second. The whole area you fight him in feels added at the last second. It definitely screams out that they were going to go for a bigger map. They were going to go for more gameplay. There's no story here at all. I like the general concept, but that's all there is to here. There's no characterization of the main character. There's no characterization of any of the other characters except for the Beast Hunter, which you get half of his story by finding objects. I would have appreciated this if this was about half as long. Honestly, of course I could have played this game and just done the main story stuff, and I would recommend people do that. Just play the main story all the way through to this point, and then go back and take out any extra quest if you feel up to it. I could, within less than 10 more hours, easily get all the other quests done. I'm just not motivated to. There's a lack of motivation to do anything in this game besides kill more Yoriks or orcs or whatever. There's way too much Tolkien-esque dialogue in this with the words. They need to pull that back and just call Mount Doom Mount Doom. Don't tell me that it's in Elvish called this. I'm not a super fan of the Lord of the Rings. I don't speak Elvish. I don't want to learn to speak Elvish. So just hold that back. Make that be extra stuff in the menu that doesn't pop up. The menus are a mess. I have been comparing this game to Assassin's Creed 1, and in a lot of ways it is a better, smoother experience than Assassin's Creed 1, where you ran around and you killed almost about the same amount of main captains. The number of assassins in Assassin's Creed 1, Assassination Templars, is about the same as the number of war chiefs that I ended up having to kill in this game. And yet, they polished it so much better. But they could have done a lot better too. For the time this had come out, The Witcher 3 came out like a year at most after this game came out, and it has so much better story, so much more collectability, so many more creatures to fight. There's only like 5 creatures in this entire game you fight. If you exclude shooting rats and spiders and all of that. The animation on the textures of the world is a little low for its time. It looks kind of bad. The level design is not as well thought out as it should be. There's vast sections of empty areas where we never did anything. There was large sections that were very compact where we would run into 4 or 5 captains right next to each other, and it would become a quagmire of just trying to kill one captain to get enough health to kill the next captain to kill the next captain, and often it just ended with me dying. The start of this game was a nightmare too. I'm being cruel here, but somebody should have pointed out these things, and they should have been more ambitious in general. The lack of ambition is the worst part of this game. It's a good game, but just not ambitious. But to get back to the first few hours, they explain nothing to us. They give us no abilities, and you could potentially, as I did, just go run into captains and get killed by captain again and again and again. And within the first 3 hours, I had already powered up one of the captains to the level of the max level of 20, and that's no good. I thought for a while there I was never going to be able to do anything. And now to flip that, at the end of the game, still not as easy to kill orcs as it should have been. Those 5 talons, that should have been like one fast movement, probably just a cutscene or a quick time event or something, but even if it was in game, it should have been easy to win there. And it was easy, but not easy if that makes any sense. The story is basically just a to be continued. I'm pretty sure I heard they're gonna make a Shadow of Mordor 2. So they've got the general layout of 2 areas. Now what they would need to do is add more gameplay elements, add way more story, have more types of different creatures, add 2 or 3 areas as big as the 2 or 3 areas we've seen already. Try and make that into a single connected open world, which I think that could happen with modern technology. I don't see a reason that you would need to load between different sections. Try to make more gameplay elements in this game, and then they need to really hold back on how much you have to press X. They need to rethink the control scheme a little bit. Many times here I was pressing X so many times. Man, these credits are long. Just sitting here hitting X for 5 minutes straight, hitting X for 10 minutes straight. Not just X, there was a combination of right trigger X and Y, sometimes maybe X and A and B. All those buttons, sometimes I would pound on them, more pounding on them than actually trying to be a skilled player at the game. But the major thing there is it was just too much button presses. The guys have too much health. I don't think this game ever offered me a difficulty setting. So, if it really doesn't have a difficulty setting or I've just forgotten it, it's too difficult for some players. Definitely. I kind of like where they take the story with the Lord of the Rings, but again, I'm not a fan of the Lord of the Rings. I haven't learned anything from the Lord of the Rings because of this. That's where another place where they dropped the ball. You have this entire trilogy of movies and books that you could have put as backstory and just retold in collectibles and such the story of the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. And I've now played 2 Warner Brothers games based around the Lord of the Rings, and I still don't really know the Lord of the Rings tale. I played Lego Lord of the Rings, which was awful, and by comparison, this game is a million times better than Lego Lord of the Rings. But neither one of them have really explained anything. Gosh, credits. Let's just skip. The credits are too long. I cannot believe the credits are too long. Gosh. Skip it. Wow. So, mission complete. We get Mordor in flames 1,000. You have defeated the Black Hand of Sauron and driven Sauron back into the ruins of Barad-dûr. However, the Dark Lord's shadow remains. Hold back the rising tide of his army by continuing to hunt captains and war chief. Rescue the remaining outcasts trapped within Mordor and discover any remaining secrets and collectibles, and complete the legends of your weapons. Is he gonna say anything at all? No. And so we're back in the area we started in. What's Sauron's army look like right now? It's been refilled. Every single war chief was dead when I left. Hunting challenge, never got it done. Let's see. Weapons and runes. Not really interested in weapons and runes. Let's see. How much time do we have? About 10 minutes. Let's see. We could go with 15% chance to ignite. That's kind of cool. Actually, that might work better. Oops. Nothing here. Increased damage by 23%. Could this rune system? I haven't even mentioned the rune system. How it's just dumb. It's not adding anything to the game. Particularly since I started with these epics and got them by doing the story, I guess, real easily. Bears a Bone 21, Chill Soul 14, Sylvan Doom 14, Sylvan Doom 12. Appendices, we never got the top of this done. So I guess there is no animation there as far as that Elvish language at the top of the arc. Something is still not discovered as far as nature, so it must be a plant. 2 people are still not discovered? How can that be? And we've got the 1 ring here. So yeah, I suppose if I had read some of this, I would have probably gotten more of this story. But I kind of want it read out loud to me. there are elements to this game that just feel cheap. Just cheap. When did we get this? This is new. Press X to play the memory. Oh. So if I want to see that memory, that's how I do it. I was wondering about that. Oh, so it's true for all the visions. So the 8 visions in this game? No, there's more than 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, there really is only 8. 8 cutscenes. That's the whole inclusion of the... That's all the story. Black Captains. So, let's see if there is a difficulty setting in here. I guess there's not a lot more to say. We'll just exit here. Let's see if we can quit without quitting out to the end. That's it for story mode. Starting in the next recording, we are going to look at the DLC and see what that is. And see what happens there. Alright, so that did exit out here. So we have this Lord of the Hunt campaign. Join Tovin to take down an army of Beastmaster war chiefs that have invaded Num. I imagine that's not going to be that long. The Bright Lord. Play as the Bright Lord campaign as Celebrimbor will wield the might of the One Ring and challenge Sauron's claim to Mordor. We'll play the Bright Lord campaign. Trials of War. Kill Yorick captains and war chiefs in this open-ended challenge. Increase your... Instead of earning experience, you earn points towards your score. Compare your final score against other players in the leaderboards. So the Trials of War is something we won't bother even doing. And then I guess we can change our skins if we wanted to. Like we could through, I assume this was DLC too. I get the DLC for all the DLC for games just so I'm sure, unless I know it's something that's pointless. So who's the Lord of the Hunt? Character we haven't seen yet, I guess. But we now know who she is. We now know who he is. And we now know who he is. Although those are just different talons, outfits. So we'll probably try Trials of War. And depending how long Lord of the Hunt and the Bright Lord are, that might be several episodes or it might be more than that. Here we can see it says I've had 147 hours and 10 minutes in the game. That's not true, of course. We're at 88% done. And that's probably where I'm going to leave it forever. Maybe if I ever have some free time, which I probably won't, I'd come back and play it on my own. But no real motivation too. You don't get any extra skins. You don't get any extra experience, it seems like. It's either for your own satisfaction or not, and I have no reason why I would be satisfied by doing the side quests in a game that has barely any main quest. So, but we're gonna try out the DLC. Apparently they've error connecting to WB Play. So that's it for this recording. Come back for the last few of these and then we'll move on to the next game. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. So all of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, There's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.